Hello, everyone. My name is Danny, and this review is going to be for the movie called The Prodigy. It is a 2019 film. It is rated R. It's directed by Nicholas McCarthy. Stars Taylor Schilling, Jackson Robert Scott, Peter Mooney, Colm Feore, and Paul Fatau. It runs an hour and 40 minutes, and it is about a young mother. She's concerned about her 8-year-old son's disturbing behavior and thinks that something supernatural may be at work. Jackson Robert Scott from the movie It, Peter Mooney, and Colm Feore also star. It's kind of a short description. It's a really heavy movie. I thought there'd be more of a description, more of a backstory. But, yep, that's The Prodigy. So, disappointing description, disappointing movie, but we'll get there. First of all, it is freezing cold outside, and I should not have wasted my time to go and see this movie. But I did, and I survived, and I'm here back trying to warm up. So, I went and saw The Prodigy tonight instead of this movie, and this movie, because I wanted to see something. It looked like a really good thriller. You know, I thought maybe it won't be so scary because it's about a kid being possessed, and you know, I kind of knew what it was about. But I really wanted. They kept advertising as what's wrong with Miles, and I really wanted to know what was wrong with Miles. So I decided to go see this one. It seemed like the most intriguing movie of the weekend, and so you know, even with 4 movies out, this seemed like the most intriguing one. So I wanted to go see it. So I went and saw The Prodigy, and the first thing I'm going to say, I hate to tell you people, but this has the wrong name. It just does. What do you think when you hear Prodigy? I hear, you know, somebody that's meant for great things. A music prodigy is, you know, somebody that's, I guess it's the same thing as a genius, okay? And Miles at the beginning of this movie is a genius. But I just think prodigy is the wrong word because it's not about him being a prodigy. It's about him being possessed. And this thing about what's wrong with Miles. So I would appreciate some name like that for the movie. What's wrong with Miles? I could just see it right now. So anyways, I'm never going to be able to get that changed. But that's my first opinion of the whole thing. After about half an hour, I'm like, this isn't completely about him being a genius anymore. You know, it started out as that, but it doesn't really matter in the end. So, the acting is, I thought, tremendous, okay? I thought they really, really tried hard to make this movie work and to make it interesting and not give every single thing away when that doesn't really work. But, you know, they were trying. They were doing their best. I can't really fault any one actor for kind of dropping the ball. Maybe the dad, he was a little dry, but you know, the doctor was interesting, the teachers are interesting, you know, everybody around is pretty okay for acting. So where does this movie flop? It's in the storyline, it's in the surprises, it's in the scares, it's in the storytelling, you know? I mean, it just everything is very, very, very obvious. You're not going to be surprised by anything. You're not going to not see anything coming. It's just pathetic, really, just sitting there and for half an hour having them ask, you know, oh, you know, you're just sick. Oh, you know, you're very sick. We're going to get you some help. It just gets really sad for a while there. And so I can't suggest you watch this movie and, you know, say, hey, there's going to be a bunch of surprises, because there's none. So, I mean, things make sense, and it's a decent story, a backstory that they have for what happens with this possession, and the character of Miles and this other guy in the possession, you know, it's a good tug of war, but it's just so obvious what's happening to us, and it's not obvious to what's happening to the people in the movie, except for this one doctor. and nothing ever really comes from him at the end, and that's kind of sad. And nothing ever really comes from the dad at the end, and that's really sad. So I kind of felt like the ending kept going for no reason, and then it didn't do the things that I thought would add closure. So it's just really a disappointing movie. I mean, I was really wanting to have fun. I wanted to really enjoy myself. I thought this would be a little scary, which it was, but I thought it would be more intriguing and more of a thriller and more of a story, and it just flops. So I'm going to give The Prodigy, I don't think it's one of the worst movies I've ever seen. It's just really close. So I'm going to give it a C minus. And like I said, I think disappointment is the word of the hour here. So thanks a lot, guys. My name's Danny. If you like this or my other videos, try and give some of them a watch. Like and subscribe to my channel if you would. And enjoy your movies. Thanks.